Hey guys, what's up? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So for today's video, I'm just going to do a quick eyeshadow tutorial using the L.A Girl Break Free Eyeshadow Palette. This one is in the shade This Is Me. So if you guys have not watched my YouTube before, I did do the other L.A Girl eyeshadow palette, the BU one, and I really did like it, but now I'm going to do a tutorial on this one just because I'm super excited. The packaging is actually really heavy duty. And there's almost like 3D butterflies in the front, which I think is really cool. Overall, it seems like a very heavy duty palette. And another plus to it is the huge mirror that it has inside. Like, look at that mirror. That mirror is massive. So we're going to jump right in. I've already got my full face done just because that takes a little bit of time. And I mainly wanted to focus on the palette. So I am going to prime for that. I'm going to use the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer. This is in the shade Light. I'm going to pop this all over my lid. I'm going to grab my concealer buffer brush by Xoxo just to buff that in. Any primer or concealer will work for this step. And if you guys have any tips on how I can get my eyebrows to look really nice and arched, let me know, because I have like really thick bushy eyebrows for any of you that know me. So I decided to pluck them the other day, and I think I plucked them a little too thin. And now I'm having a really hard time filling them in. I mean, thinner, they look better when I don't have them filled in, but they don't look as good when I fill them in than like my thick ones did. So if you guys have any tips and tricks on what I can do to improve the arch or anything like that, let me know down in the comments below, please. Because I definitely need help in that department. I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, sometimes I need help with certain things. So I'm actually just going to take this first shade right here called Delicate. For that, I'm using a Jessup Luxe Crease Brush. Just going to apply that all over the lid. And I'm so sorry if you guys can hear it, but there is somebody outside mowing their lawn right now. Seems how every time I'm filming a video, there's always something going on outside or some like noise of like distraction. So now I'm going to take the shade Graceful right here. For that, I'm just using a blending brush by Wet n Wild. I'm going to pack this right kind of like into the crease, but a little above as well. So far, the shade is packing on pretty well. So I'm actually just going to get a little bit closer like this, just so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing on the eyes. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this shade called Dusk. For that, I'm using a small blending brush by MSQ. That's going to go directly into the crease. Also going to pack that right into the outer V as well. I really want to do a bold look today. Like, really bad, because I feel like I always do something more like neutral and natural. So far, these colors are blending out pretty well. I haven't ever used L.A Girl eyeshadow palettes until they came out with the Break Free collection. And I think the only other thing I've tried from them, to be honest, is their concealers, because so many people have raved about them for so many years. Now I'm going to grab this black shade. For that, I'm using a Luxe pencil brush by Jessup. And I'm going to get that exactly on the outer V of my eye. First, I'm just going to focus on packing that, and then we will blend out. Wish me luck, you guys, because I do not play with black very often. So that's about as far as I'm going to take it with the black. I might get it just a tad bit darker, but I do not want to bring it in any further than that. Do the exact same thing with the other eye, just packing it right on the outer V. I don't know how I'm feeling about the black so far. It's coming off pretty choppy. So I'm just going to grab a small clean brush by MSQ and just go up around that black. So So I am just wiping away a little bit of the fallout from the black. Gonna go back into the shade Dusk right here and just get that exactly around the edges of the black. So I must have read the colors wrong. This black shade is actually called Winging It. So I'm actually going to pick some more of that up on a small petite pencil brush by Energy. Once again, getting that right on the outer V. I am literally like a total wussy when it comes to playing with like black and stuff like that. Because I don't use dark colors very often. And I feel like anytime I do, it just looks so muddy. So muddy. Like I don't know, I'm just not into dark colors that dark. Go back in and grab some more of Dusk. Once again, going to blend right around those edges where that black is. So I'm actually going to take this clean blending brush by MSQ and just go along those edges. See if I can just soften it up a little bit, because I am definitely not liking how this is looking. Okay guys, we're just going to go with this and see if we can't make it work. I'm actually going to cut the crease now. Once again, going that CoverGirl concealer, put a little on the back of my hand. I'm going to grab a small flat brush by Energy. Just carve out exactly where I want that cut crease. For sparkle, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this silver shade called Sky. And that's going to go directly where I put the cut crease. So since it isn't applying all too well, I'm going to grab my Smashbox primer water and just spray my brush. Just give it a good spray. Same thing on the other side, getting the brush wet. So that silver isn't doing anything for me, so I'm going to go in with the shade Flutter right here. It's like this pink sparkly shade. Just going to do the same thing and apply it in the same exact spot as we put that silvery color. To tell you the truth, I really don't know how I'm feeling about these shimmers. I don't know if they're pressed. I don't know, but I'm not liking them really whatsoever. I'm actually going to go into that same pink color and just grab a little on my ring finger and see if maybe that will do the trick. Okay, that's a lot more pigmented. There we go. Okay, now we're getting most of the pigment. I usually don't use my fingers because I have like super fat fingers. And I did my acrylics yesterday and I still have not got the time to paint them. Because for me, I'm telling you, when I do my acrylics, it literally could take me like days. Not to actually do the acrylic, but like the after effect of like sanding and painting and all that stuff. Because I'm telling you, when I paint my nails, I have to let them dry, you know, for a good at least hour, at least. And with having a daughter, I just don't get the time for that always. So I'm just going to go in with that black shade again. Same thing, getting that right on the outer V. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and clean up this mess and then I'll be right back. I'm going to go back into the shade Dusk. Just get that right here. Okay guys, I'm going to throw on some mascara and I'll be right back. Now that I got my lashes on, I'm actually starting to like the look just a little bit better. If I could take and go back, I definitely wouldn't have used the black just because I'm not that experienced with black and I really don't know how to blend black that well. Maybe if I was doing like a total silver, blacked out, grays, stuff like that, I might be able to pull it off. But with the pinks, I just don't think it looks right. So now I'm going to go back into the shade Dusk. I'm just grabbing an angled brush by Kilo. And I'm going to apply that right to my lower lash line. Just going to go back in with that Energy small blending brush. Just kind of smoke that out a little bit. Gonna go back with my mascara, add some on the lower lashes, and then we're almost done. So I decided I'll do my lips on camera quick too. So for lips, I'm just gonna use the Maybelline lip gloss in the shade Bronzed Up. I have been really liking this stuff lately. So once again, you guys, I use the L.A. Girl Break Free Eyeshadow Palette in the shade This Is Me. Once again, look at that. Such a beautiful palette. And don't worry, I definitely will be playing with this some more because I just did not. I like the look, but I didn't like it as much as I should have because I put that black in there. So next time I do, I'm going to stay away from the black because I'm not that great at black. I feel like if I was using like a lot of dark greens, blues, darker colors like that, or even darker pinks, I think black would have looked good. But since I wasn't using anything too dark, I just don't think it fit very well. But for my cut crease, I actually really like it today because usually my cut crease is literally exactly where my crease is at, and my eyes are so small that it always looks funny. So this time I tried to do it up a little higher so it would look a little better. So I am going to give you a close-up so you can actually see into depth how I did this eyeshadow look. So yeah, I think that is the finished look. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And seriously, let me know what you guys think. I always say this and I'll say it again. You guys are my viewers. I want your input on things too. And like I said, I will leave everything linked down below. I'll leave my Facebook, my Instagram, all that. So if you want to get in touch with me, but don't want to comment below, you can always head over to my Facebook, add me as a friend, message me there. If you have any questions about makeup, beauty, anything, ask me. I'm always there to listen and answer questions. Yeah, so if there's anything you guys want to see next or in my upcoming videos, let me know. If there's any new makeup out there that you like, that you think I might like, let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.